A major new U.S.-Iran agreement signed yesterday. It sets into motion a new phase of negotiations to permanently end the war. Joining us live to talk about what the deal could mean for the country is Oklahoma senior U.S. Senator James Lankford. Senator Lankford, good morning and thank you for being here.
Good morning to you as well.
I want to get your initial reaction to this memorandum and if you think this is a real step toward peace.
Yeah, it is a step. This is not the final step by any means, but this is an agreement from both sides to stop shooting at each other and to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and to be able to set the parameters for what the negotiations will be like on the nuclear material, getting that out of Iran, and then also dealing with their acts of terrorism and all of those things. So this is the first step in a pretty long journey. But what we should see right away, and what we're already seeing, is a drop in gas prices as the world global market on oil starts to relax and to say, okay, it looks like things are going to reopen again. So we should see a pretty quick effect on that for all of us.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people watching those gas prices, so I'm glad you brought that up. Now, some Democratic senators say that this is a good deal for Iran and not the U.S. Is there anything in this deal that's concerning to you or that sticks out to you?
Yeah, what's interesting is that the deal is not the deal yet. This is the beginning of the process. This is literally the negotiation about how we're going to negotiate. So for anyone to say this is not a good deal is just politics on it, and I get that on it, but this is literally just the framework for how they're going to work out the negotiation the days ahead. We've got about $100 billion of Iranian assets that are frozen offshore that we have been holding as Americans and saying you cannot have access to those. We have lots of sanctions on their economy. Just to give you a perspective on this, we have 4% inflation in the United States, which is way too high. But right now, Iran has 70% inflation right now. They have the same per capita GDP as Haiti right now in their economy. So they're really suffering as a country right now. And the focus is we will lift all these sanctions on you. We will allow your economy to be able to grow again if you'll start backing away from terrorism, getting rid of your nuclear weapons. So there's a long way to go to be able to finish this negotiation, but at least the process has started of talking rather than shooting.
Now, I do want to ask you about the Strait now. With this first step, for 60 days, there will be no toll to pass through the strait, but it also says that the future administration will be worked out by Iran, Oman, and other Gulf states. There was no fee before the war. Are you worried that this leaves the prospect of future tolling open to question?
No, that can't be there. They can't have tolling to be able to go through an international waterway. For Iran to be able to step out and to be able to interdict ships that are going through an international waterway and say we're going to charge you for going near our shore can't be done. So no, we would definitely need to be able to prevent that. I know this first agreement is just 60 days, but the whole agreement is just 60 days. So I'm not worried about that. But no, it's got to go back to no tolling in that area.
And for Americans who are watching at home and maybe they're reading up on this memorandum, what is the number one thing that is really something that they should take away and really pay attention to?
Yeah, that it really is the beginning point on this. First things first, reopening the Strait of Hormuz, making sure that that's not blocked from traffic. It's not just oil traffic, it's cargo traffic. There's lots that moves through that area. So making sure that we're getting the free flow of all commerce from all countries, that Iran is not stepping in and stopping that, to be able to make sure that there is real negotiations to get rid of the nuclear program. The President Obama's deal that he negotiated before had a 10-year time period on it, and it slowly allowed them to be able to get nuclear material. The focus that President Trump has is they never have a nuclear weapon, ever. It's not a 10-year path to a bomb. It's they don't have a bomb at all on it. They're the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism. They have a long way to go to be able to re-earn international trust, and they should never have a nuclear weapon.
All right, Senator Lankford, I know everyone is going to be watching here in the coming days to see how everything is shaping up after the memorandum was signed. So we thank you for coming on with us this morning to kind of break it down for us and talk about what's included and what people should be looking out for. So we appreciate you being here this morning.
You bet. Glad to do it. Keep praying for the nation. We've got a lot to get done.
All right, Senator Lankford, thank you so much.